Hi, good afternoon, everyone. And this is Rajiv S. Khanna from immigration.com, the law offices of Rajiv S. Khanna, PC. We do a community conference call every Thursday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Everyone is welcome to join. Once the call is done on LinkedIn Audio, and one Thursday it is done on our private bridge. Details are at forums.immigration.com. With that, let's get started. I'm going to try to finish up by 1:30 p.m. I have to run into a conference. Let me see if we can get it all done. Just give me 1 second. Okay, in the order that I see you. Nihalji, you go first, please.
Yeah, thank you, Rajivji. The question I had, Rajivji, was if someone takes a 2 weeks break from the time of the last day in their previous job, and then before starting a new job post the H1B transfer, is that
Oh, absolutely.
can they do it?
Absolutely, no problem. So let me understand this. You're talking about an H1B transfer, right?
Yes, Rajivji.
Okay. So let's say my H1B transfer got approved today, and I say, you know what, Mr. Employer, I'm having too much fun watching cricket, so I'm not going to come for the next 2 weeks. And the employer says, okay, fine, no problem, because there really is no limit to how much time you can ask for as long as it is not unreasonable. So 2 weeks is eminently reasonable. Okay. Just a couple of weeks in between jobs is absolutely no issue. Okay.
Got it, Rajiv.
So have fun.
Thank you, Rajiv. That's the
Have
question I
fun
had.
watching cricket.
Yeah, thank you, Rajiv. Thank you.
Bye. ओके अनिरुद्ध आपका नाम ही बड़ा कठिन है श्रघवी
Shragvi Anirudh hai.
थैंक यू फॉर करेक्टिंग जी गो अहेड
Yes. So I had two questions. First question would be, so I'm on my STEM OPT, but my F1 visa stamp expired earlier this year.
ठीक है
My STEM OPT is valid until June 2024. अभी इस टाइम पे would you recommend getting a F1 visa restamp?
No,
If
no,
yes,
no,
what are
no,
the
no.
risks?
No. First of all, your understand the distinction between a visa and status. Visa is simply a permission to arrive at the airport. Once you arrive at the airport, how you maintain your status is governed by different factors. So if you've got OPT and that OPT is valid for X number of days, you are good to stay for X number of days, even though your visa expired 2 years ago.
But if I want to because
if you want to travel, then you have to go get a visa stamp done again. You said you are an OPT or a STEM OPT?
STEM.
And you've maintained your status all the way through. You've never had any issue. So chances of getting a student visa renewed are good, but by no means are they indisputable. I can't say that 100% you will get it. Okay.
What are the risks actually? Because
it's very difficult to predict. Those guys at the consulate, the visa officers, they have a lot of discretion. They can decline. For example, if they are not convinced that you are a genuine student, that would be my main focus. Okay. Are you a genuine student? Or have you been just putzing around, getting around with the lowest possible GPA? And again, this is no judgment. I was not a brilliant student by any means. It's, there are certain indicators on the record of anybody that show this guy is not really a serious student. But if you're a serious student, that's all I can tell you. I mean, I don't have any crystal ball that can look into the minds of the visa officers. Anytime people want to go apply for a visa that can be refused as a matter of discretion, I'm a little concerned. Okay? So that's the way I look at it. All right?
Yes. I mean, yeah, because there was few circumstances that I might have to travel sometime later this year.
The thing is, you can always, if they stick you there and they say, you can't go back, you can always keep applying for an H-1B. Student visa can be refused on a million grounds. H-1Bs are not that easy to refuse.
And what if I'm eligible for a Dropbox? Even then, there's a chance that I could be
No,
refused.
I think there is a healthy chance that you will get it, but I don't have a crystal ball, Shagvi.
Okay, no problem.
Okay,
I understand that.
good luck.
Yeah, I understand that risk.
All
Yes.
right.
And regarding the H1B, I know this could be a question that a lot of people have actually asked you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's a chance to that you'll be having a second round of a lottery this year for 2024?
Well, just by my anecdotal math, it's not by any means based upon good data, but my anecdotal math, I see that a lot of people who won multiple lotteries backed off and didn't apply, and a lot of cases were revoked by the USCIS also. So it is very difficult for me to say with any sort of assurance that we'll have a second round of lottery, but it does look like we should. And we should know in a couple of weeks. That's what I think.
Oh, I see. Okay. And I mean, if it's happening, do you maybe based on your anecdotal math, is there any approximate pool that way we could just
Oh,
evaluate
that is even getting further from anecdotal. That is getting conjectural. That is just a guess then. No, I won't care to make a guess on that. USCIS has not received any stats. That is very strange. So they have not received released any stats after the initial lottery. So we really don't know how many people have backed off, how many people did not apply, and how many were revoked. So very hard to say, Shagvi. Okay.
Thank you so much. Those are the questions I had.
You are welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Sravana, go ahead, please. Sravana.
Hello, Rajivji. Thank you so much.
Of course.
So, my question is regarding a B2 visa.
Mm-hmm.
So, let us say my mother wants to attend my graduation ceremony, and on her passport, her name was along with her maiden name. And on my passport, it was with my surname, like my father's surname. So, will it be an issue for during her visa interview? Like,
No.
because the reason.
No.
it won't.
The First Lady of the United States used to be known as Hillary Rodham, not Hillary Clinton. Later on, she became Hillary Rodham Clinton. So if the First Lady can do it, your mom can do it too.
Got it. Thanks a lot. And my second question, last question, I would say, and would be how long can she stay with me while I was like B2? It will be up to 6 months.
Yeah,
I'm
up
aware
to
of
6
it.
months.
Like,
Don't
is it be a
extend
possible-
it. Don't extend it. Extension has its own issues. If you want to see what those issues are, you can Google my name against the Economic Times. So Rajiv as Khanna Economic Times. I wrote a comment on that, and that explains why visa extensions are problematic. I think they are a policy muck-up, just like a lot of other things with the USCIS and the consulates. I think they are applying the law quite incorrectly. But unfortunately, I don't have a stake other than a litigation to change that. So my advice as a matter of peremptory preparation would be don't apply for an extension. Let her come hang out with you for 6 months and then let her go back. Okay?
Got it. Thanks a lot, Rajivji.
You're
It
welcome.
really helps.
You're welcome. Good luck. Rakshitji, you're next.
Thank you, Rajivji. I have a question regarding my wife's H4 to F1 conversion status. So actually, she is in India right now for a Dropbox appointment, and her visa is approved for F1. And like we want to change the university to a different university. Like the university name on the stamp will be different from the university she will be going.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Is she coming on F1 or H4?
She was on H4 until now.
Okay, she
now
wants to
she'll
come
be
on
coming
F1.
back on F1.
Acha,
Exactly.
Rakshit, to the best of my remembrance, there is a regulation, HCFR 214.2 under subsection F. It says that first time you enter the United States, the visa stamp on your passport and the I-20 should be the same school.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So,
And
yeah, go ahead.
so once she enters the
Then she can
US,
change.
and
Then there is no issue.
before the start of her course, she can change, right?
I don't know of any law that says you cannot. Double check with the DSO if the USCIS has any policy against it. I don't see any problem with it.
Okay. And my second question is, during the process of change, like for example, we need to do a service transfer and the incoming university should generate a new I-20, right? Are there any chances she will lose her F1 status during this process by any chance?
Now that's up to the DSOs. If they do it right and they don't mess it up, I don't see any problem at all.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
So,
By the way,
how long-
Rakshit, one more thing I want to tell you is, you can even talk to the SEVIP people directly. They're pretty helpful.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
like, is there any customer care?
Yeah, just
in
just
there?
just type on your favorite search engine. I don't want to say Google. Just whatever search engine you like. Type contact SEVIP, SEVP, and they are. I have talked with them. I was surprised at the level of their knowledge and courtesy.
Oh, wow. Okay, this really helps, Rajiv. So yeah, and in future, will there be any consequences like? Visa stamp is something.
Nothing.
And
Nothing.
I-20s.
You're not doing anything illegal. You're doing everything by the book.
Yeah, and the reason why I asked this question is usually university transfer happens, after attending the parent university, right? Like,
Look, it may not be routine, but as long as it is not illegal, why should I worry about it?
Got it. Okay, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Rajiv.
You're welcome. Good luck. हाँ जी, सहेली केमन आछे? Saheli Sen. All right. Mohanji. Can you guys not hear me? Chidambar. Mr. Naik. Huh. Okay, let me get some more people up here. I don't know what's going on. Unfortunately, this has not been a very reliable platform. Anil, you can hear me, right? Anil Sharma? Ritesh Kumar, you guys can hear me or not? Let me try muting and unmuting. Hello, can you all hear me? Oh, this is really idiotic. You know what? I think we might just move to our own bridge. I'm going to post in my. On LinkedIn. It appears that there are too many glitches with this system. I'm just gonna give me 1 second. I'll just move us to the bridge. The conference call has moved to our firm's conference call 202-800-8394. I've just posted a new link, guys. Just join me there. I don't know what's going on with these guys. Let's just meet at our own conference bridge. 202-800-8394. This is so odd. Just going over to our conference bridge. That appears to be the way to do it. I'm just dialing in.
Welcome to the Community Conference Center of Immigration.com, the law offices of Rajiv S. Khanna, PC. Please note, all calls are recorded and made available publicly, so you may want to conceal your identity and disguise the facts of your case. By participating in these calls, we are not establishing an attorney-client relationship. The accuracy of the information provided here cannot be guaranteed, and this is not a substitute for an in-depth consultation. Thank you for this opportunity to serve you. The conference will begin when the next party joins. You will hear silence until the conference begins. You are a host.
Hi, thanks for joining me here. Something is weird about the LinkedIn stuff. So, first come, first serve. Let's get started. First number I see on the line. Let me just make sure you guys can hear me okay, first of all.
The conference is now in presentation mode.
Hey, can you all hear me okay, guys? Can you hear me? Hello? Wow. I don't know what's going on. Hello, can you hear me? Man, today we are full of glitches. Let's just try again.
The conference is now in conversation mode.
Can you all hear me okay, guys? Hello?
Yes.
Okay,
Hello?
good.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can,
boy.
we can hear you now.
Okay, I was really worried that this one is not working also. Okay,
The
so
conference is now in presentation mode.
anybody who has a question, press *5 on your phone. Anyone who has a question, press *5 on your phone. I'll unmute you in the order that you logged in. So my first caller today is from area code 317, which is Indiana. 1 second. Yeah, Indiana, go ahead. I can hear you.
Hello, Rajiv ji.
Hello.
So I just got my academic H1 approved, and so we are trying to have my husband transferred on H4. He lost his job, and his 60-day period is coming to an end in a few weeks.
Okay.
So we were just wondering, if he comes on my H4, and in the meanwhile, if he gets a job, how would that process, and would it affect his H1?
Yeah.
And
See,
does he have to go back to India?
Yeah, what's going to happen? No, not India. There are two possibilities. He gets a job and files an H1B while the H4 is still pending, or he files after the H4 is approved. If he files for an H1 after the H4 is approved, there is no issue. Okay. But if he files before the H4 is approved, then he is not really in status, he's waiting for a status to be approved. In that case, he just goes to Mexico or Canada or one of the neighboring countries, get a visa stamp and come back. No big deal. So he'll get the H1B approval, go to a neighboring country, I suggest Mexico, get a visa stamp and come back. Okay?
Okay.
No worries.
Sure. Just one more question. Right. So one more question. And we also applied for the open work permit from Canada for the 10,000 slot. And he has his biometric appointment in a couple of weeks, right? So let's say we apply for H4 now, and his open work permit is also in process, and let's say he gets the chance to go to Canada. So what will happen to his H4 application here in the meantime?
Well, if he travels while the H4 change of status is pending, that is deemed to be abandoned. But that's not the end of the world. He can always, if he wants to visit you, just get an H4 visa stamp at the Canadian consulates, US consulates in Canada. कुछ बड़ी बात नहीं. I'm not worried about it. It's a simple matter.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. Good luck. Okay, folks, I just want to remind you, anybody has a question, press *5 and you'll be queued. Press *5. I'm going next to Jersey City, area code 201, who logged in next. So here we go. Jersey City, go ahead. I can hear you. Area code 201.
Hi, Rajiv. Thank you for conducting these sessions. I'll just refrain from mentioning my name just to protect my privacy.
That's perfectly okay. That's why, see, that's the advantage of doing it on our bridges, because you don't have to reveal your identity. But on LinkedIn, everybody and their uncle knows who you are.
Absolutely, yeah, I understand. All right, so the situation here is that my wife and I both both hold an independent H1 visa, and we immigrated to this country about 5-6 years ago. Now her H1 is about to expire in next January, and her employer has graciously agreed to sponsor her L1A, right? The thing that now my understanding from online research is that you could still file an I-140 for L1A.
Yes.
Now, what I wanted to understand is that, let's say she moves to an L1A, she gets her I-140 approved, and if she wishes to switch employers in the future, would she be able to get like an H1B stamping with her approved I-140?
Well, first of all, when you talk about approved I-140, I mean, this is a very complicated question. It's a long answer too. So it all depends upon what you mean by, because if she leaves the L1 employer, she would lose her EB1C unless the 485 has been filed and pending for 180 days. Okay, so if she leaves earlier than that, then she'll lose her green card. She'll keep the priority date, but she'll have to start the green card all over again.
So let me provide you one more piece of information here. It's slightly complicated in that I think we may not qualify for EB1C because of the fact that we've been here in the US for the last 5 years.
Okay.
My understanding is,
and she hasn't been working. She hasn't been working for that group of companies in the last 5 years.
She has been, but she has been physically present in the United
That's
States.
okay.
So
that's okay.
Manager,
hang on.
Okay.
So let's say I work for IBM India. I come to USA to work for IBM USA on an H1B. Okay. I work here 15 years. Do I qualify for an EB1C? Absolutely. Why? Because if I'm working for the same group of companies, my 3 years are counted back from the date I entered USA, not from the date I apply.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
And even if she was promoted to a manager after she entered the United States.
That's a different set of circumstances. As far as I can't predict what her merits are, case merits are, but as to her eligibility, I have no doubt.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, actually, would you mind? I've seen you offer email. Maybe, if you could offer us some personal consultation, I could send over her resume on your email.
Yeah, you're welcome to. You're welcome to. Yeah, just email me at help@immigration.com. We'll set up a consultation for you. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Good luck. Okay, the next person in the line is from Massachusetts. Let's see. Area code 857. Let's go to 857. There's a bunch of 857s today, actually. 857, I can hear you. Go ahead, please. 857-317.
Yeah. Hi, Rajiv. Thank you so much. Rajiv, I have two questions. First question is, so currently I'm on STEM OPT.
All right.
And which is expiring on 14th April next year.
Okay.
And the question is, if I get selected for H1B, right, and I get the result on 1st April, will I be having enough time to get the gap?
Okay. When does your OPT expire, you said?
It's expiring on 14th of April.
Of next year or whatever year. Okay. So,
next year.
It's a little bit of a rush, but it can be done. Because typically, the results are announced by what? April 3rd or so? And then they give you till 90 days to file. And if we get you filed, or if your lawyers get you filed before your OPT expires, then you are automatically STEM eligible. Gap extension eligible. Okay. So chances are it's going to be a bit of a panicked rush, but it can be done.
Okay.
Or you can do one more thing. Just get your LCA done. Keep the LCA done, because then you only need a couple of days to file the case. So LCA doesn't cost any money. Just get the LCA done. even though you haven't
And
been.
after you file it, we need some receipt, right? We get the receipt from USCIS to get the cap.
As long as you've delivered the paperwork, usually that's sufficient. But you can always go to your school and tell them to issue you an I-20 that shows gap. But that's not required, it's automatic.
Okay. Got it. And I have another question.
Sure.
So, as you know, my STEM OPT is expiring next year on April, right? So, is it safe to travel to India this year? Because I heard from some people that if there are 4 or 5 months left in your EAD expiration, then there might be some issues that the immigration.
Yeah, it's very difficult to predict how it's going to play out. If you go to my blog on immigration.com, about 16th or 17th entry is about travel issues for students and people who have applied for an H-1B. At what stage, what kind of problems you can face. So look into that. But if you have a visa stamp, you should be okay. And especially if you have proof that your employer has applied for the lottery, I think that should be enough to get you through to the CBP. If you had to apply for a visa, I would not know. But coming back with those evidence that you've maintained status, evidence that you have your employers are already trying for lottery, that should be enough to get you back in. That would be my guess. Okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Next person is from area code 217, which is Illinois. 1 second, Illinois. 1 second. Yeah, Illinois, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Rajiv, sir. I'm coming again for the second time. I am on B that started in 2022, and I lost my job last month, and I'm on the 60-day grace period. I'm thinking of filing a B2 to extend my stay. Do you think there are any risks involved with filing a B2?
No, ma'am, I don't think so, other than the mild discomfiture. Have you looked at my blog, immigration.com?
I tried looking at that, but I couldn't find anything.
It's the fourth entry from the top. It's right there. So if you go to immigration.com, look at the top ribbon. It says Rajiv's blog, and you go there. It should be, I think, fourth or fifth entry, applying for a B2 within the 60-day grace period. It tells you everything you need to do and the pros and the cons. Somebody had asked me for a consultation. They wanted all these questions answered. And I sent them the blog link. I said, if you have any questions, I'm happy to assist. And then she called me back. She said, nope, everything is answered. So I think pretty much everything you need to know is there. Okay.
Okay, I just have one more question. If I get a job after filing for B2, will I have to go to India to get my H-1B stamped again?
Not to India. You can go to any other country. You have an H-1B visa stamp right now or no?
Yes, I have.
When does that expire?
In 2025.
So you have no problem. When the new approval comes, you take the approval, you go to the border, cross, and come right back with the visa. So you don't need a new visa. You can come back on the same.
Okay, but I don't need to do it immediately. I can stay work, and whenever I'm
in
the country,
you won't be able to start working without doing that.
Oh, okay.
Good luck.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Let's go to Jersey City, area code 551. Jersey City?
Hey, Rajiv. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so my question was my H-1B petition was filed and my consular processing was selected. So I guess I have to go back to India for the H-1B stamping. My question was how long can I stay on my current visa if I have selected the consular processing?
What is your current visa? When does your I-94 expire?
It's actually my current visa is on OPT, initial OPT.
Oh, initial OPT. And When does your OPT EAD expire?
The initial one expires in Jan 14.
Jan
Next year.
14th. So you can stay Jan 14 plus 60 days and then go.
And then I can go. So, and how many days?
And why would you want to go all the way to
totally,
India?
like, how many days?
Hang on. Why would you want to go all the way to India? Just go to Mexico or Canada or Jamaica or one of the main neighboring countries.
Okay. And how many days till I can activate my H1B?
There is no
I
limit
can't,
on
apply for an extension, right?
there is no expiration on that. You don't have to apply for a visa within a certain number of days. I've had people apply a year after they got the H1B approval. As long as there's a good reason why you're applying a little late, because the consulate can start looking at your application with suspicion, thinking, does this guy even have a job? I mean, so as long as you have a good reason for joining late, there's no issue.
Okay. And is there any possible way, like, after my current initial OPT, I can apply for STEM extension, and then after a year, maybe I can activate my H1B?
Yeah, why not? I don't see any problem with it.
So, like,
I've answered your question.
Are you suggesting or kind of anything?
I've answered your question.
You got it, right? Like, can I use my...
So here is what you're saying.
OPT,
Here is what you're saying. Here is what you're saying. My H1B is approved, consular processing. What if I stayed on for one more year without getting visa stamping, working on my STEM OPT? Sure, go for it.
Okay.
Okay.
And I guess 2 years would be more, right? Using entire STEM OPT.
Why not? I mean, as long as you have a good reason for it. I don't know of anything in the law that prevents you from doing that. Okay.
Okay. So there's no expiration, like when can I activate my H1B? I can activate anytime.
That is correct.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. Next, let's go to... hang on one second. Let me see who's next in the line. I think we just did 551, right? Yeah. Who's the next one? The next one is... Oh, this is my neighborhood. Maryland. Just one second. Let me find you, sir. Okay. Maryland, go ahead. I can hear you. Maryland.
Hi, I'm calling. I'm actually calling from Jersey, but yeah, the number is Maryland. I just have a quick question regarding when you re-enter the U.S. and how the immigration officer updates your travel record. So the last time I re-entered U.S. was in October 22, and at the time, my H-1B visa is valid till December 24. But at the time, I had my passport that was about to expire in November 2023. So because my passport was expiring before my visa, he updated my admission date until November 23. And since then I have renewed my passport now. So I'm just wondering how to get the travel record updated.
So hold on one second. Did they extend your I-94 to the expiration date of your passport?
To November 23. No, not to the new passport yet.
No, hold on. When was your passport expiring? Was it expiring in November?
Yeah, it's expiring in November 2020.
So that's what I'm saying. They extended, or they gave you the I-94 coextensive with your passport, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in order for you to extend this I-94, which has to be extended, you have two options. One is to apply for an extension again within the United States. Your employer has to do that. Or you still have a visa stamp on your passport till 25, correct?
Till December 2024, yes.
Okay, almost 25. So when does your, it's expiring in November, right, the I-94?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can travel anytime before the I-94 expiration. Travel and just come back using the old visa and the new approval. and they should give you the entire time that is on your approval notice. Okay. Now there are some places in the United States, at least they used to, but I'm hearing different stories now. There is a CBP post on Eagle Pass Bridge in Texas. They actually used to charge you $10 and you don't even have to cross over. They'll just renew your I-94 right there. So, but worst case scenario, just cross over and come back. Okay.
Okay. I don't need to do any extra application. I just need to travel outside US and re-enter after a few days and get updated.
Yeah. You have two choices. Okay. One choice is to just apply for an extension like normal people. But that costs unnecessary money and your employer may not want to spend it. Or you can just cross the border and come back. Okay.
Got it. And you said the Eagle sites that you said, is there any way I can look?
Yeah, you can Google Customs and Border Protection, Eagle Pass Bridge, Texas. They have a phone number. You can call them and ask them if they're still doing it. Just say, I have a visa stamp. I have my I-94 that's expiring sooner than my approval. Can you extend my H-1B without me having to cross into Mexico?
Okay, cool. Eagle as in E-A-G-L-E.
Eagle as in the flying one, E-A-G-L-E, right? Yeah, E-A-G-L-E.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Helpful. Thank you.
Of course. Let's see. The next one is area code 857, Massachusetts. This is the second one from Massachusetts. Okay, 857, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
So first of all, Rajiv, thank you for setting up the call.
Of course.
Couple of questions I have. I'm on H-1B visa right now. And so I want to set up my LLC or C-Corp company on my own startup, which I want to do on the side, right? I have a full-time role in H-1B. How can I do that?
You said, hang on. Did you say you're on OPT, first year OPT?
No, I'm on H-1B visa.
No, H-1B, it's very complicated. Hang on, it's a long discussion. The long and the short of it is, it's a very difficult thing to do because of certain conflicts in the way the consulates look at this situation and the way USCIS looks at it. You can go to our frequently asked questions on immigration.com. I've discussed this issue no less than 5 times in detail. So take a look at it. If you still have questions, call me back. Okay? We'll talk on again.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now we go to Utah. Let's go to Utah. 1 second. Am I in Utah? Yes, I am. Utah, go ahead, please. I can hear you.
Hi, Rajiv. So this question is regarding my STEM OPT. So I received an RFE for my STEM OPT because the company E-Verify name and the E-Verify ID could not be validated, right? So I just wanted to understand how I respond to this.
Well, first of all, you should have your HR people call the E-Verify team. Their support is pretty good. They do try to resolve problems. So have them call. You can try calling them yourself, but they probably won't talk to you.
You're saying I should call USCIS, is it?
No, E-Verify. Why are they not able to E-Verify your employer? So the E-Verify people...
Right. Right. So the thing is, my company name on the E-Verify ends in a LLC, but on in the field, in the form I entered, it has incorporated because my HR told me that. So that's the issue.
Well, why can't they get it corrected and then send the correction to the USCIS saying it's the same company, same tax ID, just different name?
Okay. And also, I was worried about this, because my I-20 and in the SCBP portal as well, the company name ends in incorporated, whereas E-Verify ends in LLC.
What I would suggest is correct the record. So start from the top down. First, get it corrected in E-Verify, then reach out to your DSO, talk to them, and then send them the correction from E-Verify. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll do that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck.
For that information.
Of course.
Yes.
All right. The last call in this batch is going to be another 857 number. So I'm going to go to that. Give me 1 second. 857, hold on. Everyone who has a question, press *5 on your phone. Everyone who has a question, press *5. Okay, area code 857, go ahead, I can hear you.
Hello, Rajiv ji. Hi. I have a question. So I am on my H-1B visa, and I was part of a layoff, and I still have my 60 days left, starting from July 28th. That's next week. I have another offer from another company, but that company is paying me less than what
That's not a problem,
so let's
ma'am.
say if I'm earning 100.
That's not a problem because salary variations can exist. That is not a detriment to filing of an H-1B as long as they are meeting the prevailing wage requirement.
Okay. So do I have to check with my previous employer, like on what wage did they file me? Or if they'll know
Actually, if you go to my, what is it called? I keep thinking Instagram. My Instagram account, I have a 1 minute, what is it called? Reel? 1 minute reel, which shows you how to calculate your prevailing wages by using the government website flcdatacenter.com. So you can go to that website, and usually level 2 wage and above is perfectly acceptable. Level 1 is problematic. That's only for entry level people. Okay.
Okay, got it.
So you can look at my
so that
Instacart.
shouldn't be an issue, right? If it didn't.
Go ahead. Yeah, if they are paying you level 2 or above, you should be okay. I'm just making a very...
Okay, level 2 and above is fine.
Yeah, this is the high level design. This is not the code of your situation. Okay.
Okay, and so let's say I signed the offer today, but the start date is August 1st or like maybe August 15th, let's say. So from July 28th to August 15th is like my unemployment days period.
That's not a problem. Look, if your H-1B gets filed within the 60-day grace period, you can start working. You don't have to wait for the approval.
Okay, got it. But okay, and then I'm not sure about the 60-day rule. Like, do I get like every time I get my H-1B transferred to a new employer?
Yes. Yeah.
Is it renewed?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that's all. Thank you so much.
Good luck, ma'am. Okay, folks, I have 12 more questions. I'm going to lock the conference because that's all I can handle today. So give me 1 second, but I'll deal with everybody's questions who's already here. So give me 1 second. Security lock.
The conference is now locked.
Okay, so I'm going to unmute you in the order in which you logged in. My next caller is from California, area code 669. 669, go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm currently on STEM OPT, and I'm on my last year OPT. So my 2 times my H-1B didn't get picked. So I'm currently trying to find a new role for my new employer. So I recently this year there were multiple applications who are being rejected by USCIS. So I'm not able to understand. Let's say in March I genuinely get a job offer from 3 companies, and those 3 companies file H-1B simultaneously. Versus I get to a consulting contracting company, and they get a dummy job offer. So, like, in which case, are both the situations similar, or
No,
considered false?
You see, to clarify this, of course, discuss it with your lawyers before you do anything. I don't see any reason, unless they change the way things are done next year, at least going by this year's standards, You can file through 50 employers as long as they are all 50 genuine jobs and the employers are not connected with each other in any way. Okay.
Okay.
And
so if they're independent companies,
yeah,
and
independent
they have
companies,
2 years
and
visa for hiring.
and make sure they understand that they might have to deal with this issue, because USCIS could still send a notice of intent to revoke or deny, and at that point you say, well, none of these companies are connected to each other. So your employers should know that this might become an issue, but I don't think it's a problem.
Okay.
It's allowed by
If they
law.
can- Okay. And after the end of my STEM OPT extension, like it expires in July, can I apply for B2 visa? Like, so that I can at least keep some gates open for me to
You
travel,
can.
or at least
You
for
can.
me to.
You can.
Okay.
No problem.
Can that just inside US only, or?
Yeah, inside the US. Read the blog entry meant for H1 people, but it's the same for you also. Same idea. Okay.
But like stamping, we have to get outside
No,
of US
no,
or inside
no.
US
That's only if you travel. Just read my blog entry, and then you'll be able to fine tune your questions. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck, sir.
Yeah. Thanks for this.
You're welcome. Bye bye. I'm going to California, area code 347. Area code 347. Go ahead, please. No, it's not California. Sorry, New York. New York?
New York.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Number's New York, yeah. But I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm on H1B right now with an approved I-140. And I was laid off about 20 days ago, so end of June. So I'm on my grace period right now. And I was wondering, would you recommend changing, if I don't get a job, switching my visa to a B1, B2, or
Absolutely. I mean, if you
the EAD,
if you
or
want to
instead getting the EAD on compelling circumstances.
No, compelling circumstances is always impossible to predict. You can do both. Apply for a B1, B2 just to make sure if the compelling is denied, you don't have to immediately go outside for visa stamping. So you can do both. Apply for B1, B2 and take your chances with the compelling circumstances. Okay.
Okay, and I had another question, that if I instead go for a F1 and join a school, and then when I go to H1 again, would I need can I do a transfer visa? Will I have to go in the lottery again?
No. Just because you change status doesn't mean you lose your lottery. You keep your lottery.
The H1 lottery.
Because once you have been approved, you are good for the next 6 years. You don't have to ever go through the lottery again. Not for the next 6 years. Okay.
Oh, so I'm on H1. Like, this is going to be
okay.
my,
Let me make
right
it
now.
clear.
It's
Hang
gonna
on.
be 7
Let me make it clear to you. You are on H1. You are in grace period. You convert it to B1. Then you convert it to F1. Then you convert it to F2. Then you convert it to H4. I don't care. You can still go back to H1. You went to India for 2 years. I don't care. You can come back on H1 without the lottery.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Okay. Good luck.
Awesome. Even though it's my 7th year, just last.
That is a different situation because unless you have an I-140 approved, you can't get extensions. But if you have an I-140 approved, then you have no issues. You have no lottery issue.
Oh, yeah, it is approved.
So
that helps a lot.
If it is approved and it was not revoked for 180 days, you have no issues. Okay.
Perfect. Awesome.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go to Newark, New Jersey. I have 2 people from Newark, New Jersey. First one is 973-517. I'm going to unmute you. So 973-517. Go ahead, please.
Hello, sir. So I have a question. Like, if I'll transfer to B2, and then like I'm on H1B and I got terminated, and if I'll transfer to B2, and it's not approved, it's pending, and I got job. I went for H1B, went outside for the stamping and come back to the country and start working. And say after 2 months my B2 is approved. So what next steps I should take?
Hang on.
So, like, should I need to withdraw the B2?
Yeah, but what you should do is, so first of all, there is almost zero chance that your B2 will be approved before 6 months. Okay. So,
Okay.
Whenever you file an H1B, you should request the government to give you status within the USA. They probably won't, because they'll say you are in between statuses. You are legal to stay, but you can't convert. So they'll approve the H1B and they'll say, go outside and come back with the visa. Not a big deal.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
And but I need to withdraw the B2 until it's
Yeah,
approved,
actually,
right? Before it's approved.
Yeah, actually, if you leave USA while the B2 is pending, it's automatically revoked. But you should withdraw it.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Yeah, and one last quick question. So I still left 19 days or something. So is there any ideal period of a time that I should apply 15 days before for the B2?
I have said about 55th day, about 5-5. I think that's a healthy margin, and do it online. That's easier.
Okay, and what if I'll do within 10 days or something? Does it gonna impact anything?
No, not at all. Totally your choice.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Let me go to the second 973 area code. Still in Newark. Go ahead, sir. Newark.
Yeah. So I just have one quick question. If like I recently got terminated, and on like let's say I got a job on the 55th day, and my H1B is transferred and all the process is done, and again like I got terminated, do I get 60 days grace period again for that year?
You know what? I don't think so. I'll have to double check this is a question very specific. I think until the H1B is approved again, you won't get 60 days. But from what I remember, I actually went through this with somebody else. If the second H1B is approved and then you get terminated, you get 60 days again. But if you get it before the approval, I don't think you get 60 days again. That's my best guess from what I remember. Okay.
And one last question, like I do have a spouse with me if she's on H4. So if I had to convert to B2 visa, so should I have to file B2 or there's some sort of different kind
Yeah,
of visa
she has to file a B2 also. When you have two people applying, it might be easier to do paper filing because you don't have to pay double the fees. But if you do it online, I think you have to pay double the fees. Okay.
Got it. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I am now on area code 518, which is New York. New York, go ahead, please.
Hey, hi, Rajiv. This is Bhargavi. So, Rajiv, the question I have is, I was laid off and I was on my grace period. So I joined a consulting company and I started working with them on receipt basis. My H1B is not yet approved because they were not willing to do it under premium processing, even if I I said that I can pay for it. Still they wanted me to be on their regular processing.
Right.
So it's with them, and meanwhile I have got another opportunity. So these people are saying, the other new people that have found a new job, they are saying that unless and until the first H1B gets approved, they can't initiate my transfer process or anything. So are there any insights that you could provide if we can
That's
go
not
ahead with
true.
that?
That's not true. The way this would work is, your H1B can be approved within the United States only in two circumstances. One, if you apply for the second H1B within the 60-day of grace period. If not, it will be approved within the US only and only if your previous H1B is already approved. If it is still pending, your second H1B can be filed, no problem. But you'll have to go outside and come back with a visa.
Okay. So it's not under my grace period. My grace period ended.
Okay.
Okay, so in this case, I'll have to leave the country
Yes,
and
ma'am.
go back to India and then come back in again
Yes,
with the
ma'am.
new stamp, right?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah, that's exactly what they said.
Yeah.
So they were like that we can only do it once your current H1B gets approved or something.
Right. Well, they can do it before, but you just have that added hassle of going out and coming back in.
Yeah, but they are not willing to wait
That's
for that
understandable.
long. There's the line there in India.
That's
The dates and
understandable.
stuff is just too long.
That's understandable. All right, ma'am. I'm going to go on to my next question.
Sorry.
All right. Bye-bye.
Sure. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let's go to Kansas, area code 316. Kansas, go ahead, please.
Hey, Rajiv. I'm on my STEM extension OPT. I don't know if this is a basic question or not, but I have no idea about this. Can I apply for my I-140 directly?
Sure. Actually, again, Google my name, Rajiv S. Khanna, RAGIV, Economic Times, and you'll see I have an article on this going directly from student visa to green card. It's not a great option for people born in India because Indian queue takes so long, but it can be done. No issue. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome. Good luck. Let's go to Arizona, area code 602. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi, Rajiv.
So,
right now I am in STEM OPT. So I get, few questions. So one is that I'm already working as a full-time employee. And I parallelly want to...
I can't hear you that well. Can you get closer to your phone?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit better. Go ahead.
Okay. So right now I am on STEM OPT and I'm already working full-time with an employer. Parallelly, I also want to work in my own startup, which I'm looking to start right now. So I want to get it incorporated as a LLC or a C Corp, and then I want to work there as a founder as well.
Okay.
So is that situation possible?
It's very problematic. I just talked
I don't
to
want to leave my current job.
Yeah. Are you on H1B or first year OPT?
I'm on STEM OPT.
Yeah, it's almost impossible on STEM OPT, but it is very difficult on H1B. There are some real big practical issues. I would say think about it carefully. I have discussed this issue several times in our frequently asked questions on immigration.com. You can take a look. Okay.
Yeah, I asked so just to follow up to that, so I asked my school and what they said is that if I can have my co-founder as my manager, then I can go.
Yeah, if it's an employer-employee, if it's an
employee
employer-employee relationship, but it's definitely, I think it's flirting with a little bit of the fringe, because if you are 51% stockholder or 40% stockholder, are you really an employee? It's possible, as long as there is somebody who can hire and fire you. Okay, but it has problems.
So if the condition is that
yeah, look, I'm not going to get into this in detail.
So
Hang on. I just don't have the time here to discuss a half hour all the various implications of the problems. But I'll tell you this, that from OPT comes H1B. Doing an H1B for your own company is okay with USCIS. You tried getting a visa stamp on it. I have a client who's sitting out there for 2 years now. Exactly the same fact pattern. USCIS gave him the H1B, consulate has him stuck there. So it's a long story. I can't really get into it. Very carefully. You want to set up a call with us, I'll be happy to go over the entire issue with you. But I can't do it in this call. Okay? I'll try to write something on it if I can. I really can't. It's too long an issue. Okay? Gotta go.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Area code 469. I got a lot of people waiting. 469 is Texas. Go ahead, please.
Namaste, Rajiv. Shivam here. So, Rajiv, again, my question is with respect to moving to H1B from B2. So, I'm on B2.
Right.
I did a change of status application.
Achha.
My H1B that was with my previous employer, obviously it is revoked now, automatic revocation, because I'm not working with them. So my new employer, they are telling me that they can do a concurrent, like they can connect my B2 pending application with my new H1B and ask USCIS to
Hold
do a
on.
concurrent.
Hold on. There's no such thing. What they can do is they can request the government that you are not quote unquote in status because of no fault of your own, circumstances beyond your control, to please condone the fact that you are in between statuses. The chances of USCIS agreeing to do that are very small. You might have to go outside for visa stamping. That's the most likely outcome. Okay.
Yeah, but I do not need stamping. I have visa stamped till 2025.
Then what you will
then
you just go out and come back with that visa. That's good enough.
Yeah, they are trying to help me that
it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, but they can try. There's no harm in trying. I mean, miracles happen.
And another question related to this. So in a normal H1B transfer, we do a change of employer application. So in this scenario, do they have to just do change of employer, or do they have to
that's just check marking. That's the paralegal's job. That's just check marking boxes. That it doesn't concern you. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yes,
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good luck. Good luck. Next one is area code 616, Michigan. Michigan, go ahead, please.
Hi, sir. This is Saheli. So I'd like to ask a question regarding my first-time OPT. So currently I am on my CPE, and which is going to end on 8th August, and I have applied for my OPT from 9th August. Currently I am a full-time employee, but I am just being worried that whether I'll just get my OPT on time, like before 9th August. So in that case, what would be the alternatives, or will it impact my employment?
It's a problem that hundreds of students have faced this year because it's taking so long. There isn't anything I can tell you that makes any sense. All you can do is contact USCIS, open a customer service request, contact the ombudsman's office, contact local congressmen, make some noise, see if they can get your application moving. But there is really nothing I can tell you. And after some people were really at the edge, so I told them to just hire a local litigator wherever you guys are. 5-10 of you together, just file a lawsuit against the government locally. See what happens. One person, it might be more expensive and a little bit more difficult. So that would be the way to handle it. Make noise, and if that doesn't work, think about filing a lawsuit. That's all you can do. Okay.
And like it is showing like 3 weeks still the processing time. So does it like they will take like 3 weeks, or they can just more than that? Like
it can take.
With my
it can take more than that.
Okay. And another thing is, can I just request my employer to give me like voluntary work where my payroll will not work?
There are two problems with that. If this is a job that you are going to take after you get your H1B, it's not really a volunteer job. Number two, employers in the United States who are for profit have some very strict rules they have to follow for quote unquote free jobs. You want to know more about it, Google Fair Labor Standards Act internship. Okay. And
with OPT, I can travel to India, right? It won't be a problem.
Well, as long as you follow the guidelines, you have a job, you're maintaining status. You can go to my blog on immigration.com. On about the 5th page, I've written about travel and what kind of problems you can face when you travel. Okay.
Okay. Another question.
Ma'am, I've got to go.
So can my employer...
Listen, I've got a bunch of people waiting, so please make it as brief as possible. Go for it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. So can my employer give me like unpaid leave, or like that kind of leave they can give it to me in this time when I...
Absolutely. So if you are not getting paid and they're just keeping you on the payroll, or at least as an unpaid employee on their payroll, that's perfectly legal.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Good luck, ma'am. Bye-bye. Texas, area code 469.
Hi, Rajiv ji.
Hello, sir.
So I've been, this is a similar question, or rather a follow-up question to the one you spoke earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been laid off and I'm on H-1B visa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently on my 60-day clock.
Mm-hmm.
So in the possible path of taking F1 Day 1 CPT, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my change of status, 539 petition will be pending for the next 4-6 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
So during that time,
hang on.
when will my...
Hang on. Can you premium process it? Did you look at the premium processing page? They are premium processing some cases. Let's take a quick look at it. Premium processing. Just want to double check this. Premium processing. I-539 can be premium processed. So temporary trainee, intra-company, artist, P3. Okay, let's just control F, 539. $30 calendar days. If you premium process, requesting a change of status to F1, F2, but not for B2. Okay. So, okay, let's go back to your original question. You want to do, let's say, CPT. You can file premium processing for conversion to F1.
Okay, and would the USCIS see it as a way to circumvent my existing H-1B since, it's a day 1 CPT?
Well, see, if the law allows you to do something, why should you worry about the look of it? As long as it is legal, I won't worry about it.
No, but... Right, but I mean, just trying to understand if they'll approve it in the first place from an H-1B to an F1 CPT.
Well, this is what I advise people. I always tell them, look, if you are going to go for CPT, make sure it's something that can be easily seen as enhancing your career. So, for example, if you have a degree in computer science and now you're doing a master's CPT in data science or machine learning automation, it's an enhancement of your career, right? As long as it is a logical progression of your career, I don't see why not.
Okay. And so once this I-539 petition is approved, that's when the F1 and the CPT starts, or when does it start? Like,
yeah, you can check with your school on this, but I believe until the F1 is approved, you can't really start your CPT. So you might have to start the CPT from the next semester. I'm not sure how exactly the schools handle it, but to the best of my knowledge, CPT they cannot give you until you're on F1. Double check it. Okay?
Okay, got it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Area code 940, which is Texas. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, Rajiv, thanks for this call.
Of course.
I'm on STEM OTP, STEM OPT on first year. And my question is, can I work for multiple employers?
STEM OPT? Hang on. Let me answer the first question first. So yeah, you can, as long as you get them all approved through your school. Sure.
Okay. And the question number 2 is like, can I make money in the form of rewards? Let's say, there is a related to my field, which is science and technology.
It's a little difficult. Little difficult to answer. Hang on. It's a little difficult to answer that question. There seems to be a policy, and I am not sure about this because this is not really written down anywhere. There seems to be a policy that you should not do jobs that are less than 20 hours each week. So if you are working, let's say 20 hours for one job, the second job through which you are working in your own field should also be 20 hours. Okay. On OPT, you can even do contracting, but as to whether you can make money on a related activity, it's difficult for me to predict. If it is 20 hours each week, it is in your own field, I think it should be okay, but I'm just making a guess.
Okay.
Good luck.
I mean, in the form of rewards or prizes, can I earn money in that way?
I don't know the answer to that question. Doesn't sound like work. It doesn't sound like practical experience. I think it's objectionable. That's my guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
Because after all, what is OPT? It's practical training. You should be doing something when you learn. Okay. So it shouldn't be something that you're just making money on without doing anything. That's the problem. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Area code 616, which is Michigan. Go ahead, Michigan.
Hey Rajiv, this is Uwais Khan. And I just have like 2 questions.
Okay.
So, can the NIW National Interest Waiver EB2 visa have a premium processing? If yes, then how much time does that take?
Yeah. It's 30 days, I think. Yeah. You can do premium processing. It's 30 days.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. And other question is like, I have heard that it doesn't require the FRAN process, so it directly goes towards I-140 processing. So if my I-140 is in process and I plan to leave to, outside US, so does my I-140 processing get abandoned?
Well, that depends upon the company that you work for. If they still intend to hire you back and they want to file the I-140, there's no requirement that you have to be in the United States. So as long as the job is open and you're open to taking it. Yeah. Actually, correct that. It is not. Hang on 1 second. I just double checked. National interest waiver is 45 days, not 30 days.
Okay, gotcha. So I don't need the employer for that, right? NIW, EB2.
Yeah,
So that's what
you can do. NIW can be done without an employer, yes.
Okay, so in that case, would my I-140 petition would be abandoned if I leave US?
You mean the I-140 through the employer just because you filed an NIW? No, they can both live together.
No, I mean, I'm not having a green card processing through my employer. I'll just file it on myself, like
So,
NIW, EB2.
so if you leave USA, would the I-140 get abandoned? No.
Yeah, so I can still have that process started and go and come back,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay,
it can still
perfect.
go on in
That's
your
what I was
absence.
asking for.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck. Okay, let's see who's next. We are going to area code 347, which is New York. I hope I'm not screwing this up. Okay, let's try it. Area code 347, go ahead, please. Yeah, I got it. Area code 347, go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Hello, Rajiv. This is, yes. I have 2 questions to ask you. So one is, I'm currently on my day 1 CPT, and I applied for my green card through my employer.
Okay.
And they just filed my perm like 2 months back.
Okay.
So just want a rough idea from you, like what will be like the timeline for me, and after I file, if in case I get to file my I-485 and I-140 together next year.
Oh, I don't know how you would do that. Hang on.
What
Hang
do
on.
you do?
Hang on. Hang on. Are you India born, ma'am? Are you India
Hello?
born? Ma'am?
No, I'm not Indian born.
Okay, good. In that case, you might be
No,
able to.
I'm not Indian born.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, that you might be able to file your I-140, 485 together. So the timeline is typically anywhere, I mean, depends if there is any problem, audits, etc. If it goes without audit, I think about 6 months to, or less, little bit less, little bit more. On the POM side, I-140 can be premium processed and I-140, 485 can be filed together if your dates are current. Otherwise, you can just do I-140 and then wait for dates to be current. Okay?
Okay, and I recently checked and looks like my final action dates are not current, and I'm not understanding exactly what the final action date means.
So basically what you will do is, previously we used to look at only one date, which was visa bulletin. Okay. So now we look at two dates. We look at first the visa bulletin, and then we look at the USCIS page that is referenced in the visa bulletin. That page tells you, USCIS will say, okay, use the visa dates on the visa bulletin. Okay. Those are the final action dates. Sometimes they'll say, no, you don't have to use those dates. Use these dates. These are the dates for filing. So in that case, you follow those dates. Okay. So you have to look at two things.
And my second question is, yes.
Yeah.
And my second following question with the same thing is that adjustment of status, right? So will they provide me with an EAD, which is also a travel document?
No, EAD is not a travel.
Different.
EAD is not a travel document these days. They had combined it, but now they have separated them. They are trying to get the EADs done quickly, but advance parole can take. Sometimes I get the green card before I get the advance parole. Okay. So that's taking.
So is it a combination of a document basically? Can I travel then?
No, you cannot. You cannot. You should not travel without an advance parole or an H-1B visa stamp. Okay.
Okay, but I can apply for the advance parole.
Yeah. And if you have any urgency, for example, business or personal, you can try to expedite the advance parole. Okay.
Okay. All right. And one last question, Rajiv. So if I get married, like during my pending pending green card process, so what happens?
Well, the person you are marrying, are they a U.S. citizen, green card holder, or non-immigrant?
They are not. No, they are not a U.S. citizen. They are on F1.
Okay.
Indian born and F1 OPT. And,
you will just file their 485 with you then. If you get married, as long as your green card is not yet approved, you can file their 485 if the dates are current. Okay.
Okay. They would even approve a U.S. court marriage or something like that?
Of course. Why not? Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Rajiv, for my question.
You're welcome. Good luck, ma'am. Good luck. I'm going to California. The last question of the day. I'm a little late for my meeting, but I've just texted them.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. California, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so hi Rajiv. My question is, I recently graduated by doing masters in San Jose State University, and currently I have requested for my OPT start date from 17th of July. And in the meantime, I have been married to a green card holder in the month of June. So currently I don't have my EAD right now, but we just got married in the last month. So my question is, can we file I-130 and I-485
See,
concurrently at the same time?
I-130 you can, but 485 dates you have to look up. What you do is you look at the visa bulletin and you look at the dates for filing and see if you can file 485, but keep watching every month. In the middle of the month, the numbers change for the following month. So whenever the dates become current, you can then file, but not until the dates are current. But I-130 you can file even now, no problem.
Yeah, I just checked in the visa bulletin. There were two specific things. One is the final auction dates, and the second one was related to the dates of filing. So when I checked in the dates of filing for the F2A category, it was correct.
So then you can file. Then you can file 485 together. Now remember one thing, okay? In July, they will tell you the dates for August. So don't file before August 1st. In August, they will tell you the dates for September. Don't file before that month begins. But then you have the whole of that month to file.
So,
yeah.
So I was going to file the I-130 and I-485 in the next week. So what should I do? Should I wait for the month of July to complete and then file for the August, or what should I do?
I don't know. It depends upon what the dates for filing are telling you. If the dates for filing are current in July also, you can file July. If the dates are current in August, then you file in August.
Yeah, they are current for both of them. I just
then you can file anytime.
So my follow-up question is like, if we file both of them at the same time, like I-130 and I-485, seeing that the current date, the filing dates are current, so will I get any confirmation from the USCIS, like a receipt number or something that allows me to stay in the US?
No, you can stay as long as you have filed it and you have proof of filing, and you can file through using FedEx or one of these services where you can track the delivery. As long as your paperwork is complete, your filing checks are correct, you're fine. In a few weeks, 3-4 weeks, you should get your receipts.
So do you just mean that the receipt number that we will get from USCIS means that we can stay in the US even if my F1 OPT expires?
Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So we'll get in the USCIS receipt in 3 to 4 weeks, and then it will allow me to stay in US.
Okay.
Even though my F1 OPT expires.
Let me correct you a little bit. The legality of your stay comes from timely filing. The proof of your stay comes from the receipts. It's legal for you to stay because you filed the 485. Okay? But to prove it, you need receipts. So it's not a problem. All right?
Okay, I didn't get it wholly, but yeah. That's
well, think about it this way. You have a driver's license, but you forgot to bring it. You have the right to drive, you just don't have the proof of the right to drive.
Okay.
When you file, you have the right to stay. You just don't yet have the proof of the right to stay. Don't think too much about it. You're fine. Okay? Good luck.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank
you so much, Ali.
You're welcome. All right, guys. Sorry about the hassle. I think there's something wrong with LinkedIn. It's a very convenient platform, but they keep screwing it up. It happened last time also. I think what we'll do is going forward, we'll try it on LinkedIn, but I'll post the phone number in case there are glitches there. So we'll just meet here. Good luck, everyone. Take care, guys.